Hey Sagis, welcome to Vivid Vibration Tarot. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. I tried to be outside all the way again, and there are just like Guard level winds, and I am not trying to chase cards. So I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this video does resonate, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started. Sagis, you guys have the Hunter, the Sword, the Orphan, the Vow, the Comic, and the Stone. Like eclipse season energy and all that jazz. I feel like, it's the purge, right? It's the getting rid of all of the ick. Facing our own issues and how it is that they prevent us from moving forward. And Saggies, I feel like you guys have just had a lot of abandonment issues that you've dealt with, a lot of just a fear of being left out. Like FOMO is like the name of the game, which is funny to me because the hunter also kind of has that FOMO vibe. But I feel like instead of being afraid that you're going to miss out on, I don't even know what to call it. It's like unhealthy relationships are like a drug, because everybody wants relationships in their lives, right? We all want to have friends, we all want to have lovers, we all want to be close to our family. Like that's a natural desire that everyone has, right? But sometimes when we don't feel like we're worthy of those things, we will cling to unhealthy relationships. Like we'll have scenarios play themselves out over and over again. For me, an extremely narcissistic mother. So I attracted a lot of narcissistic relationships into my life until I started to recognize the pattern. And even once I recognized the pattern, it was still really hard for me to cut those relationships off because I was afraid that nobody healthy was ever going to actually love me, right? And then I realized that it was my job to be healthy and to love myself. And it became very, very easy to say, no, I will not fuck with those people. No, I will not fuck with you. No, I will not deal with that bullshit. I know that I'm worth more. And if that's what you want for yourself, more power to you, but it ain't my problem anymore. You know what I mean? And I share that because I feel like it's just kind of like where you're at. You know what I mean? Where you're like, okay, like I'm starting to recognize these cycles. I'm starting to recognize the fact that I cling to unhealthy relationships because I'm afraid that I won't ever be worthy of a healthy relationship. And I know that that in and of itself will prevent me from ever engaging in a healthy relationship, right? It's that like, let's dig deeper. Let's dig deeper. Like, why is it always the end? Why are you always afraid it's the end? Well, because you have a fear of not being enough, of not being enough for something good. And it's not to say that the relationships in your life are bad, but um, but I think, being very anchored into a promise that you made to yourself, that you were going to achieve happy, healthy relationships, that you were going to achieve goals and dreams that you had set out for yourself. But I think also kind of realizing along the way that like when we dream big, and we surround ourselves with people who are small, they will hold us back. They will not help us to attain our goals. They'll sidetrack us, they'll distract us, they'll do anything and everything in their power to underhandedly sabotage everything in the name of friendship, in the name of love, in the name of, well, but you have me, and isn't that enough, right? What do your dreams have to do with your relationships holding you back? You know what I mean? Like I can love all kinds of people. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be able to go for my dreams unless those people really just don't believe in me and they don't have the drive and the motivation. And so, like I know that if I'm going to allow people in my life, I need to allow people who are supportive. I need to allow people who are comfortable with the idea of having a vision, because a lot of times people aren't comfortable with it. It makes them feel small, and if they feel small, then they're going to nitpick everything that you do, and if they nitpick everything that you do, then you get caught in this negative speak, that ultimately drags your ass down. You don't want to do it. You don't want to deal with it. Oops. Sorry. And so you don't, you know what I mean? You're cutting it out, you're getting rid of it, and you're going for what it is that you promised yourself, which I want to say is like are healthy relationships that help you to really reach for your goals. In the comic, it's usually that idea of like slipping on a banana peel, but it is the in the book the idea that it takes a level of brilliance to be able to work your way out of and around from. I don't know what that stain is on my ceiling. It was there when I got the car, but it's gross. I can't get it off, so I don't know what to do. But sometimes it shows up in my videos, and I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing. Anyway, sorry, I got super ADD. I think that, what you're understanding is that, when you look around you at the people that you're surrounded with, you're not afraid to look stupid. Not because you are stupid, but because you are comfortable with the idea that we make mistakes, we learn from them, we grow, we change, we pick up the pieces, we move on. You know what I mean? And most people don't want to have to deal with that because it takes a lot of strength of character, and most people have pretty shady characters. I mean, like when we're talking statistically, the percentage of the people in this world who have like shady character is pretty high. Um, and so I feel like you've outgrown a lot of the people around you. And part of that, like the humor in that, is that that when you're approaching, like new endeavors, new people, new things, that there's just kind of a level of just compassion and empathy and understanding of the process, because that takes strength of character and that takes a strong mind. You know what I mean? And you're like, well, that's me, so here I go making these decisions. That was a whole lot, and I have not even pulled any clarifiers, but y'all's message is just coming through. Okay, Saggies. The Five of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Yeah, again, just this idea of like needing to walk away from, the like unwarranted confusion, right? Like I feel like there's just like a lot of confusion around you, and I feel like that ties back into the idea of just like people who will underhandedly like criticize and critique things that you do or that you say or that you dream of, because they don't want to have to work that hard. So like, wouldn't it just be easier to do this, or well, don't you think this, or da 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 da, and it gets in your head and it causes this confusion, and you're really having to just like completely cut ties with it and move in a totally different direction, and rise up into the truth of who you are, and the community that awaits you. um, okay, Saggies, what else can we get for y'all? Ah, okay. Oh my gracious. We've got cards. My boss today was like, do you think that it bothers other people when you hum all the time? Because it bothers me. And I was like, but I'm going to sing at people, and it just is what it is. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Sun, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Five of Cups, Life Renewed, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. Well, yes, this again is just like confirmation of everything that I was just saying. Like it's time to really break away from the confusion, break away from like the whispering of negativity that sprinkles its way into your life until it takes root and sprouts and you've got weeds everywhere. Cutting away with that, parting ways with these people, parting way with these relationships, to bring yourself back to life and connect with people who are as focused as you are, so that you can engage in these new beginnings that will fill your cup and your life with a great deal of joy. Love. Okay, Sag. Let's see what else we can get for y'all. Temperance. That's your card, right? I think so. But balance, yes, you need to bring things back into balance. If you want to go, if you want to do, if you want to achieve, you cannot be surrounding yourself with some dumb bitches who are lazy and will sooner sprinkle your life with negativity and gossip and bullshit than elevate you and challenge you to grow. Right? All right, Saggies. One last card for y'all and we'll call it a read. Woo! See, I'm like basically in my car and it's still so windy. The flame, yes, because there's something that you're drawn to. And I kind of get the feeling that whatever it is that you're drawn to, you can't take this baggage with you. You can't take these people with you. They've got no entry. And if you want to carry that baggage, then you don't have any entry either. And I feel like you're just like not okay with that anymore. So you're doing something about it so that you can really rise up in like the adventure of life that you want. Like you don't want to cap out at ick. And you know that. So dopeness. All right, Saggies, I hope this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does resonate. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.